بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن أنس رضي الله تعالى عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لما صور الله آدم في الجنة تركه ما شاء الله أن يتركه فجعل إبليس يطيف به ينظر ما هو فلما رآه أجوف عرف أنه خلق خلقا لا يتمالك رواه مسلم. Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the impression of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left him for the period Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to leave him. So now Iblis, he used to go around that symbol or structure or statue of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam to see that what is this, who is this? And when he saw internal being of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, so Iblis could conclude, could understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created such creation that this creation is not going to have control onto his desires. That is what Shaitan concluded. And that is the Hadith Sharif. Chapter is about the beginning of creation and mentioning of Anbiya alayhi salatu wassalam. When if we construct some construction, then first we make that artist impression. That is how impression of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam was created in Jannat before the creation of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam. And Shaitan was living into Jannat. So Shaitan will go around this impression of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam to see that who will be this, what is this creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what Allah wants to create, who Allah wants to create. So he used to look deeply into this impression of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, and when he saw internal being of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, that he will have desires, he will have many wishes, he will have many lusts. So Shaitan concluded that this creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, full of lust and desire, is not going to have control on himself. That is what Shaitan thought and concluded onto the impression of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam. When it comes to shahwat, when it comes to lust, when it comes to desire, then it is very tempting. It is sometimes such that you cannot control. We went through one of the Hadith Sharif that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Jannat and sent Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam to see. When he saw Jannat, he came back and he reported to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that no one will stay behind from Jannat, everyone will go to Jannat. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him again that now go and see Jannat. Now that Jannat is being cordoned or surrounded by challenges. To wake up for fajr and to come to the masjid, it's a challenge. So these types of challenges was cordoning Jannat. So Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam comes and says that I don't think anybody will go to Jannat now. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Jahannam, send him again that go and see Jahannam. When he saw Jahannam, Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam came back and reported to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that such dangerous place, such punishing place I saw, and I don't think anyone will enter into Jahannam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him again, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now to go to Jahannam, there is a bridge of lust, desire. When Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam saw that those desires and lust that can take you to Jahannam, so he came back and he reported to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that no one will stay behind from entering into Jahannam. That is what in this hadith sharif, that shaitan concluded that he was making tawaf of the impression of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and he was worried. So he was, at the end, he was at ease that, this creation, because of the lust and desire, he will not be able to control on himself. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq that we man our nafs, we control our ego and our lust, and we defeat shaitan, and we defeat his conclusion also. Because every human being will not be like that. Every human being will not be like that. Pious people, Anbiya alayhimu salatu wassalam, they have total control onto their ego, onto their lust, onto their desire. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us piety. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmid din. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal man, ya dhal tawul, ya dhal jalali wal-ikram. La ilaha illa ant, zuhra al-lalaji'in, wa jara al-mustajidin, wa ma'man al-khaifin, ya ma'man al-khaifin. In kunta katabtana indaka fi ummil kitabi ashqiya'a, famhu anna isma shaqa. فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندامة ولا مفتونين اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يقربنا إلى حبك اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك والجنة ونعوذ بك من سخطك وغضبك والنار اللهم حدد المسجد الأقصى والمسلمين المغلومين في فلسطين وفي غزة العزة وفي بلاد الشام وفي جميع أنحاء العالم اللهم كن لهم ولا تكن عليهم اللهم انصرهم ولا تنصر عليهم اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته